Hello, my name is Pastor Andy Schroer from Redeemer Lutheran Church. After years of saying no to my children's incessant pleas, my wife and I have finally given in. We now have a dog. We adopted him from a shelter just a few weeks ago. His name is Blue, and he's just a little over a year old. Now, after just a few weeks in our home, Blue has made himself a part of our family. We love him, and he definitely loves us. Whenever one of us comes home or walks through the door, his tail begins to wag incessantly. The excitement on his face is undeniable. And I'll be honest, it feels good to have someone be so genuinely happy to see you. When I watch him play with my children or run around outside with me, I see pure joy. Maybe that's why I struggle with something I read recently from the book of James. James begins his letter with this encouragement. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds. Trials are tests of our faith. Trials are pains and struggles. Trials are temptations. Trials are when your wife leaves you for another man. Trials are cancer and COVID and Alzheimer's. Trials are your struggles with alcohol or pills or anxiety. None of those things make us wag our tails in exuberant joy. I guess first of all, I should point out here that when James says pure joy here, he isn't speaking of the exuberant joy of a puppy. He isn't saying you have to jump up and down excitedly as if you'd won the lottery when the doctor tells you you have cancer. What he is saying is that you can and should look at every trial and trouble in your life with peace and positivity. Even as we lie in pain in a hospital bed or watch our children struggle in unhappy marriages, even as we face the daily battle of addiction or endure the abuse of others, we can and should smile and say, "It is well with my soul." But that's hard to do. I mean, how can we have peace in the middle of the pain? How can we stay positive when surrounded by so much negativity in this world? We can, James explains, because we know that the testing of our faith makes us stronger. Just as muscles need regular workouts to grow strong, the heart of faith needs to exercise. Unused muscles stay weak and atrophy. Faith grows tougher and stronger when faced with resistance. Trials are good for us because they drive us to our knees and help us see our need for God. And when everything is easy in life, we quickly forget about God. But when we are at our weakest, we remember how much we need Him. We turn to His promises for help. And there in His promises, we find peace and positivity. In His Word, God reminds us that He will be by our side through every trial and trouble. He reminds us that He will work all things for our good. He reminds us that He will not let us be tested more than we can endure. He reminds us that no matter what happens to us here on earth, we have the pure joy of heaven waiting for us through faith in Jesus. And that's how we can stay positive, even in the middle of life's worst pains and problems. You don't have to jump up and down or wag your tail in excitement when trials come. But even as the tears run down your cheeks, you can smile and say, "It is well with my soul." And in the end, that is pure joy.